because that's already deleted. I went ahead
Oh.
and just rebooted it, so I have to kind of start from the beginning. I didn't want to, my faithful listeners were already on, but because we're uploading this for the people that missed it, we will have to go through
Okay.
the line. So I went ahead and did the introduction. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, the floor is yours.
Okay. Yes. I know Anya kind of said my name earlier, but I am Magoon, and I am what I am. Spirit will use me however Spirit needs to use me. In fact, I have a message for people. It was coming in as I was on my way, so I am interested. I cannot wait to share. And I even already did a spread, but we can continue on with your portion first, so that the people can get what they need to get out of that before they get this message. Because I feel like it confirms a lot of things. I even had to write some things down. But yes, this channel is for your healing.
So I can jump
Right,
into it then.
right into it.
I can first, okay. So because I've started this over so many times, I don't even know if I even explained what your Mars sign is and how you can find it. You can locate it through going to Cafe Astrology. You will need to have your birth time to put in the information to be able to locate it. I'll put that in the chat once Magoon reads the cards to us. But Mars rules your vitality, aggression, passion. It's your physical energy, and so it's important to know what your Mars sign is because it can help you get to where you need to go, and it can help you manifest if you know what sign it's in and what your key strengths are. So I took the liberty of going through each sign, and I meticulously labeled what the key traits are and your sexual desires and how you can get to your manifestations quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and go through them for you guys. Again, to be able to find your Mars sign, you will have to go to Cafe Astrology and type in all your information, birthday, month, year, the exact time, hour, and minute, and make sure that it is precise because you don't want to have the wrong Mars sign. That wouldn't be a good look. So make sure all your information is correct, and these things can be found on your birth certificate if you guys have those handy. So let's go ahead and get started. Harnessing your Mars sign. So of course we're going to start off with the baby, as people always say in reference to Aries, because they are the first zodiac sign. It always starts off with Aries. And so if you are a Mars in Aries, your key traits are assertiveness, passionate, and spontaneous, okay? Your sexual desires are direct, adventurous, and taking the lead, as you always do, because you start off the zodiac signs. Aries is always number one. So if you want to harness energy, your sexual energy, in order to manifest, you need to embrace your boldness, take initiative, and explore new experiences. And this will not be hard for you, Aries. You're a fire sign. You love anything new. You love to take risks. You love to challenge yourself and explore the unknown. Very much like a Sagittarius. So in order for you guys to be able to effectively harness the sexual energy needed to manifest, continue on taking risks and being bold. This is what you guys need to do. Mars in Aries. Next, we have Mars in Taurus. Key traits: sensual, patient, persistent. Your sexual desires, Mars in Taurus, are deeply sensual because you guys enjoy physical touch and you prefer stability. So if you are a Mars in Taurus, the thing that came to mind that Spirit just dropped on me is persistence, being persistent, but also being patient. And this is something that I even have a problem with from time to time. Being persistent, not so much consistent, but being persistent and being patient. And so if you have a Mars in Taurus, whatever you are cultivating, be patient with it. Rome wasn't built in a day. And we all know that Taurus energy is very slow moving. It's the bull, the sign of the bull. I ain't never seen a bull rush and run a rampage anywhere. So it's always going to be slow. So take your time with what you're building. And I promise you, the fruits of your labor will show. Next, we have Mars in Gemini. Key traits: communicative, versatile, curious. Everyone who knows a Gemini knows that they love information. They love knowledge. They love to know about any and everything. So your sexual desires are being mentally stimulated. You enjoy a variety of different things and playful banter. So what I take from this is your sexual desire. What you want to manifest through your sexual desires is going to come from knowledge. It's going to come from things that you find out. Haven't got to Aquarius yet, baby, but it's coming. It's coming, so stay tuned, because that is actually my Mars sign, so you know I'm going to give it to you right, girl. Girl, you know it. That's my Mars sign, so girl, just hold tight, sis, because it's coming. So what I get from Mars in Gemini is that you guys are going to get most of your desires from knowledge, from interacting with people, because that Gemini energy loves building. They love knowing. They love information. So if you are cultivating something, Mars and Geminis, you are needing to focus on building and getting as much information as you can on what you are trying to build. And that's going to help you bring that into fruition. All right? That's going to help you bring whatever you are trying to manifest in fruition. Next, we have Mars in Cancer. Key traits: emotional, nurturing, protective. Your sexual desires, Mars in Cancer, are deep emotional connection. You enjoy feeling safe and secure. This is Cancer energy to the T. They love family. Anything family oriented is a Cancer's best friend. They love cooking. They love being in the house. They love entertaining. They love anything that involves being at home. Cancer is like the mother of all the zodiac signs. So they love anything that involves the home. So how you are going to harness your sexual energy is creating a loving, secure environment and connect emotionally. So whatever you are trying to bring into the 3D from the 5D, which is your higher self, you are going to need to connect to it emotionally, which is not going to be hard for you, Cancers, because you are very in tune with your emotions. Very in tune with your emotions. So just continue to connect on a spiritual level with what you are trying to manifest, and make sure that the environment around you is secure and loving, because you guys are emotional, you have to make sure that your environment is secure, high vibrational, and safe in order for you guys to flourish. So that is the first thing. Make sure your environment is high vibrational and safe. Next, we have Mars in Leo. Key traits: confident, dramatic, passionate. Your sexual desires: you love to be adored. Go figure. You enjoy passion and romance. Now, how you are going to harness your sexual energy in order to manifest is just embracing your natural charisma. Seek partners who appreciate your flair, because everybody knows when you're in the presence of a Leo, it's all about them. Fuck what you got going on. Fuck what you heard. It's all about the Leo in the room. And you always know a Leo in the room. Why? Because the Leo shines. Ruled by the sun, king of the jungle. You always know when you're in the presence of a Leo. So in order for you to harness the sexual energy to manifest, you are being called to continue to be the center of attention. Do what you do best, okay? Rock the room, Leo. Rock your presence. So next we have Mars in Virgo. Key traits: analytical, detail-oriented, practical, sexual desires. Prefer stability. You enjoy attentiveness and precision. And anybody who knows a Virgo knows that Virgos pay attention to detail. They don't skip a beat and they don't miss a beat. They are very strategic when it comes to learning something and understanding something. And that's why, if you guys peeped the reel that I put up about 3 of the smartest zodiac signs, Virgo was number 3. And they also mentioned that a lot of serial killers are Virgos. Now that's besides the point, but I'm going to explain why that is so. Don't laugh at me, Bagoon.
you know, make her laughing.
I'm going somewhere. Just stay with me now. The reason why so many serial killers are Virgos is because Virgos pay attention to everything. So these mofos can study you without you knowing you being studied. Without you even knowing that they know everything about you, from the rooter to the tutor, the crown to the feet. This is why it's so easy for a Virgo to size you up without you even opening your mouth. They don't miss a beat. They are very, very, very analytical, and they analyze things from a intuitive. And a lot of spiritualists believe that Virgos are actually more intuitive than Pisces. Go figure, because they think that Virgos, they have like such an analytical way of analyzing things that it's easy for them to tap into that realm to be able to be psychic, basically. So I've heard that from a lot of spiritualists that they believe that Virgos are actually more psychic than Pisces. So, you know, take it if it fits, leave it if it doesn't. But in order for you guys to be able to manifest and bring things into fruition, you're going to have to pay close attention to detail and focus on improving your skills. So that's not going to be hard, because Virgo is also the sign of building things and making sure that what you have fits what you have in your mind. So taking what you have in your mind and basically making it tangible and building it. So that's not going to be hard for Virgos, because you build. Hardest working sign I know is a Virgo. The only sign I would say that can outwork a Virgo would be a Capricorn. Virgo is definitely a hard working sign. So let's keep it moving. Next we have Mars and Libra. Key traits: charming, diplomatic, relationship focused. Your sexual desires: you enjoy balance and harmony. What is the sign of Libra? It's that scale. The scales always have to be balanced. Even if it's dysfunctional, they got to find some type of balance. They have to find balance. They seek mutual satisfaction. So in order to harness that sexual energy to manifest, you have to focus on creating a balanced, harmonious relationship. And I think this goes without saying for all the signs, but this is especially important for Libra. In order for you to be able to bring things into this realm, you have to be balanced. And it is putting a spotlight on balanced, harmonious relationships. So definitely make sure that does not go over your head. Making sure that you guys are not only in a healthy relationship, but that it's balanced. So it says in order for you guys to be able to properly manifest, make sure your relationships are balanced. Make sure your relationships are balanced. Next, we have Mars and Scorpio. Key traits: intense, passionate, transformative. I was just having this conversation with someone. I was telling them that Scorpio is like the sexiest sign of all the zodiac. Why? The intensity. Like, you know a Scorpio by looking at how intense they are. Usually a lot of Scorpios gravitate towards the color black for whatever reason, but you always know a Scorpio by the intensity of their eyes. Like, they just have a strong presence about them. So the sexual desires are going to be deep, intense connections. Mars and Scorpios enjoy mystery and power dynamics. In order to harness your sexual energy to manifest, you have to embrace your depth and intensity and seek transformative experiences. And I think this is something we all can learn from our dark side and embracing our dark side, because sometimes you don't want to embrace that dark side. But I always say, and I'm going to keep saying it until I'm blue in the face, as long as the sun shines, you're going to have a shadow. So it's okay to have that shadow. Embrace it. It's okay to have a dark side. It's okay to have an ego. You just have to check it, and don't let the ego check you. All right, you got to check it. Next, we have Mars in Capricorn. Key traits: disciplined, ambitious, determined. Sexual desires, prefers structure and control, enjoys building and lasting connections. Harnessing sexual energy, you have to focus on achieving your goals and creating stable, long-term relationships. So what did I say? The only sign they can outwork a Virgo is a Capricorn. They are consistently focusing on achieving goals. So you'll be able to harness anything you want to manifest by focusing on achieving that goal or goals. Next, we have Mars in Aquarius. Mars in Aquarius. Mama, I hope you're listening. I forgot your handler, but we have gotten to Mars in Aquarius, which is my Mars. Ew. Mars in Aquarius. Okay. Key traits: innovative, unconventional, detached. Yes, sexual desires. You enjoy uniqueness and intellectual stimulation. Yes, all that, shorty, all that. Now, how are you going to harness your sexual energy? Embrace your individuality and explore unconventional paths. And this is such Aquarius energy, like unconventional, going against the grain, being, not so much being defiant, but being like a rebel, like, somewhat of a rebel. Yeah. And the whole detached thing, that's like Aquarian energy to the T. But innovative, that's another one. Like innovative, like coming up with all these creative ideas that the world is not really necessarily ready for. This is all Aquarian energy. So what I take from this is coming up with things that are not necessarily already being done. Like basically making a new lane for yourself, creating a new lane for yourself. That's what I take from Mars in Aquarius. All right, so next we have Mars in Pisces. Key traits: sensitive, imaginative, compassionate, sexual desires, seeks emotional and spiritual connection, enjoys fantasies. Harnessing your sexual energy, you must tap into your creativity and sensitivity and create meaningful connections. So Mars in Pisces. Let me just say this, because I love my Pisces. I love my Pisces. Our best friend is a Pisces, okay? So I love my Pisces.
Yes.
I love my Pisces. But I'm going to need you guys to come out the clouds just for a minute to be able to manifest. Now, it's okay if you're like in a dreamy state and you're imagining what you want and you're imagining these things as you're harnessing these things with trying to manifest. But one thing you don't want to do that could happen with you having your Mars in Pisces is get caught up in like your imagination, because that could go on and create like a series and a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and before you know it, you have all of these things that you haven't even like completed. You just have a list of things that you started but you never completed, or a list of things that you wrote out that you wanted to start but you haven't even gotten started on. So when it comes to this sign in particular, just make sure that you are connecting to the spiritual realm, but you're also deeply rooted in the physical realm, because anything Pisces related could get lost in fantasy and look at things through rose-colored glasses. So just make sure that you guys are deeply rooted and continue to be connected to your spirituality, but stay rooted. Make sure you stay rooted. And that actually concludes all of the Mars signs, all the 12 Mars signs. So I hope that you guys were able to catch us fine. If not, definitely catch the replay after we upload. But the floor is yours, Bestie.
I will say this. I somehow zoned out when you was talking about Sagittarius. It was funny. But it's that wasn't my sign. But I was just trying to find a song. I'm trying to get the actual song. Because as you was reading for Pisces, I heard this. I just heard this line. Um, okay, it is okay. Uh, so there's this song that Mariah Carey does. I'm hearing her voice a lot, but all I hear is, and it's just like candy. I don't know what song that is. So if you, it's just like honey. Okay, well maybe that's what it is. Okay, because I heard candy and I was like, wait, this is okay. So that's what it's Pisces. That's what I'm hearing. When that's what I heard. This the song that I heard. But replace honey with candy. It's like you're in the clouds so much that it's just like it's like a sweet addiction to you. So yes, please come back down to earth so you can manifest. So that's what I'm getting. But I did hear that. But then also for Virgo, because I only had heard from about 3 signs. Virgo, for you, I heard time capsule. So it's like for some of you, you're collecting so much information that you've made a time capsule of things, or you may actually have a time capsule, and spirit is saying, like, look through that time capsule to kind of remember some of the things that you said that you want to manifest, and that will kind of help you with your manifestation. And then for Libra, what I got for you is scary. Stop being scared of your greatness. Stop being scary. Go ahead. Like you're literally the sign of balance. So if you have your Mars in Libra, don't be afraid of it, right? Because when you're balanced, that means you're in control of it all. You have nothing to worry about. So I did want to share those things before I moved on to the cards. So for the cards, first of all, I'm going to say this. The cards kept coming out in 2s and 3s. Well, it only came out in 3s once, but everything else came out in 2s except for the bottom of the deck. So the first 2 cards that came out is the King of Wands with the Magician. And even before I shuffled the cards, I kept seeing the King of Wands, and I said, well, if it's meant, it's going to come out again. And so what I instantly get is that there is somebody already in your life that is manifesting you. Somebody that wants to take control, but not take control as in controlling you, but wants to take charge, right? They're coming to you strong and powerfully. And the Magician is that manifesting card, like they're manifesting you. And what I'm getting is that you're fighting it. And the 3 cards that lets me know that how much you're fighting it, the first card that came out is the 4 of Swords. It's because you're in this very, very, very overly protective energy. It's not just protective, but it's overly protective energy. And rightfully so, because the next card that came out is the 4 of Cups, because you went through something in the past that kind of put you in this energy. So much so that your mind is thinking about the past, and you don't even see that there's another cup coming towards you. If you can see that rainbow on the other side of her, you will see that there's a cup that is full of gold. And here it is. I'm hearing honey again. So okay. I literally just heard honey. It's like that pot of honey. It's that sweetness that you're looking for, but you're not paying attention to it because you're too busy thinking about the past energy. And the third card that came out with that set is the Judgment card. And it's like you're saying, I want what's mine. I want that goodness. I want the sweet thing. Um, but you're too busy focusing on the past along with your hopes, dreams, and wishes that is actually causing a block. And I'm going to get into that in a few more minutes because what I something else, the next set of cards that came out was the 6 and 7 of Pentacles, meaning you want that give and take, and you want what you have been putting out into the atmosphere, right? You want that. This is the things that you want, that you truly want. So, and at the bottom of the deck was the 6 of Wands, because and it led me back to the person that's coming towards you. That King of Wands wants you because they see you in the 6 of Wands energy. They see you as the person that is on this platform. You are the star in their story, in their storyline. You are the star. That's how they see you. They picture you. They're like, oh my gosh. It's like when you say that you want to meet that famous person, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I finally got a chance to meet my idol. That's how they look at you. And that's the type of energy that they want to give you, is this 6 and 7 of Pentacles. They want to have that give and take relationship with you. They are again manifesting you. See, if you see the guy with the plant, they're looking at you as the plant, like, oh my gosh, if I can water this person, if I can take care and nurture, I'm going to get all of these things. And you see the roots of this plant. They already see that this is what they can get from you. But and again, they don't want to control that. They know that they're going to get it naturally from you. Again, these are the roots of this plant that he is nurturing, meaning that you naturally do these things. They know that they don't have to pry these things from you, because he already knows that you will come with it. He knows that you come with the emotional intelligence. He knows that you come from a healed place. He knows that you are about your business. He don't have to say, babe, I need you to go to work. No, because you're going to be up and at him maybe even before he does. Like, dang, babe, I was trying to surprise you with breakfast, but dang, you waking up at 3:30 in the morning, going to the gym, coming back and cooking me breakfast. Can I take care of you? It's that type of energy. Okay, Sagittarius, I just heard Sagittarius. That's that Sagittarius. I heard it plain as day. So Sagittarius, let somebody take care of you sometimes. Um, but but I didn't mean to. I just heard it. But then see, and then when I said so Spirit had already told me to do a dark energy type of reading, but not the way that you would think. It is that, what is that thing that the collective need to know, that they need to change. And what came out again is this King of Wands. So you got the King of Wands twice with 2 separate decks, that lets me know that this person is really here for you. This is the season for this person to really manifest you. And then I said, because the card that came out with it is the Judgment. This is the Judgment card. So it's just like you got the Judgment too on your side, but this person also got the Judgment. And I said, okay, please explain. Spirit says that you want this Judgment, right? You want your Judgment. You want everything that you lost and more. You want to gain that relationship that you've always wanted. And Spirit's like, I'm giving it to you, but you within this 4 swords and 4 cups energy is getting in the way of your King of Wands. This energy right here, this being overprotective and overly protective, and you being in this, oh, I'm gonna think about my past relationships, while you got a pot of honey, you got sweetness coming towards you, and you're blocking it. And you said this is what you want, right? This is what you're praying for. But when the universe and when Spirit gives it to you or starts showing you somebody, you block. Help me understand. Do you really want this sweetness in your life? I'm gonna give it to you raw, pure honey, all right? Since we're on the topic of honey, I'm gonna give it to you real raw. Do you really want sweetness in your life, or do you want to continue with the headaches? Do you really want to go to bed alone? Do you really want to continue to cry? I'm actually seeing people cry. I'm seeing men and women cry. Yes, bro, I see you crying. You may not, and for some of you, I'm seeing that you internally cry, meaning you don't actually cry tears, but you're hurting. Do you want to continue hurting, or do you really want the sweetness in your life? Stop putting up the blocks. Stop thinking about your past, because your past is literally blocking your future. And I say this a lot in general conversations on these platforms every time. You cannot move forward holding on to the past, right? You got to let it go. You can't say, "Oh, this load is heavy. Oh, I'm pulling this wagon full of, or this sleigh full of wood and bricks and mortar and metal and plastic and everything else that don't serve you at all," and say, I want freedom." Baby, you don't really want freedom because you won't let it go. You won't properly heal. And a part of manifesting is that you got to learn how to let it go. And I'm gonna get back to that very shortly, because the next two cards that came out is the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, meaning you continue to be in this Five of Pentacles energy because you're thinking about the past. You are holding on to the past, and then with the Four of Pentacles, usually the Four of Pentacles is like that protective. I need to protect what's mine. But what Spirit said, and I had to write it down so I didn't forget. Spirit says you're holding on to what happened to you so much in this Five of Pentacles energy that it's literally affecting how you protect the rest of the pentacles in your life. And the Four Pentacles that Spirit wanted me to tell you all that it's affecting, and it's in this order, is your career, your health, your money, and your social structure. Now, and I say clarify social structure, who you are to the core and outwardly show people is being affected because you continue to hold on to this Five of Pentacles energy because of what somebody else did to you. So you may be, to your core, you may be the sweetest person on earth and say, "I don't bother anybody." But how you are showing up to people is this rough and tough, and I'm seeing like this. It Although this image is coming to my mind, it applies to the men too. So I don't want the brothers out there to say, "Oh, he's just talking about the women." No, and ladies, I don't want you to think I'm trying to bully you. This is just the image I see. It's that independent woman who's saying that she's independent, but she's coming from a place of hurt. It's that, "Oh, I don't need a man" energy. "Oh, I don't need this. I got this, and this." Baby, what I need you for? It's that energy, and you only coming off that way because you're hurt. You've been hurt, and Spirit is saying, you know that, down at the core, that that's not who you are. That's not how I designed you to be. But your only reason why you're presenting that is because it's a defense mechanism, because you've been hurt, and it's time to let that go. So when you're in this Mars energy, when you're trying to tap into that sexual manifestation, you cannot be in that type of energy, because guess what? You're going to only continue to manifest people that will continue to feed that spirit. That meaning you're going to start manifesting people that continue to hurt you. You're going to manifest people like that pet peeve of yours. You're going to continue to manifest people in that energy because you won't let it go. So you just can't manifest your way out of this thing. I'm literally hearing this. You can't manifest your way out of this thing. You have to work through some things. Then you manifest. Because otherwise, you're going to continue to manifest the same people that irks your nerves in the first place. So get out of this Five of Pentacles and work on yourself. Work on letting these things go so that your Four of Pentacles, your career, your health, your money, and your social structure can get on track. I can see somebody saying now, how is it affecting my career? Let me show you how it is affecting your career. Because with you carrying on this type of energy, although it is from that love space, that energy follows you wherever you go. So no matter what space you go into, it's gonna affect, it's gonna attract those people to you. It's like, okay, why is my manager acting weird all of a sudden? Why is my manager giving me all of these projects knowing that I only got 8 hours to work in? Why are they always asking me to work overtime? It's because you're attracting that energy. as, oh, I can handle it. I don't need nobody else. I don't need any help. I don't, I. So they're like, okay, well, if you can handle it here, 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 I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna dish it to you every time. I'm hearing this. I'm gonna dish it to you every time, and you're gonna take it. Why? Because you can handle it. Because you're in this protective energy. And spirit's like, the minute that you let go, the minute you can rest, the minute that you'll find peace, and the minute that you'll manifest in a different type of way. Because manifestation really isn't hard. We make it hard because we don't understand the power of peace and rest. I can speak on this thing because this was me. This was me. I felt like I had to work, 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 work. And spirit's like, no, you don't have to. Because when you are a person that's let go and has done the work of healing, all you got to do is sit back, relax, and manifest. And baby, I'm trying to tell you, you will manifest some things. You be like, I can't believe I really just manifest this thing. Yes. Prime example, and I'm gonna give you a short snippet. Uh, for my birthday, I think I shared this at our last reading. I went to out of the country briefly, and I went to an event. And while I'm at the event, I said, "Oh my gosh!" I said over a year and a half ago that I wanted to attend this, and I attended it. And I was like, oh, wow. It jarred my memory. It was like, you said that you spoke this into existence. You said that you wanted to go, and here you are. And I was like, wow, wow. And it was because you have been in this energy of putting out the things that you want. But when you relax and I heard relax, relate, release. Shout out to Debbie Allen. Come on. Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate. When you relax and you relate with everything and you release the things that don't serve you, and it's almost in that forgetful energy. It's like, dang, I forgot I prayed this prayer. Right. And now you start to manifest it. Why is all this important? Because the bottom of the deck was the death card. You have to let the dead things die. Those things that don't serve you, those people, those memories, let it die so that you can see your new beginning, so that you can see. I can hear you. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, and you can't stop seeing the rain for looking through a lens that has water on it. Baby, you cried all over that land so much you think it's still raining, and it's actually clear, clean and clear outside. It's dry, but because you cried so much and you still looking in the past, and Bestie, you can't see me, but I got my goggles out. It looks like I'm doing hearts, but it's goggles. It's like you're looking through the goggles. You like, oh, look at my past. I've been through so much, and people just keep hurting me, and people just keep doing this and that and the third to me. And I'm gonna keep looking at it because, oh my God, I can't believe that mother sucker did this to me. I can't believe this. You know what did this to me? And that's the energy you've been in. And you said, oh, I want to see my new person. Oh, I want to see this person. I want to manifest this new person. Spirit's like, how can you manifest while you looking through a dirty lens? While you're looking through old lenses, if you put that down and you let it go and you let that thing die out, you can see clearly now that the rain has gone. The rain the quote unquote rain that you're seeing is actually the tears that you continuously cry over spilt milk. Baby, if you don't go to the grocery store and get that new milk, that milk has expired by now. It probably evaporated into the soil that you stand on. Go to the store and get you some new milk. It's fine. Baby, you are fine. You are loved by the spirit, the spiritual realm, the heavens, and God and spirit wants to give you something new, and you have to embrace it. You have to embrace it. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is because on my way to the room, on my way back home, I was led to share something that I've been going through, and I feel like a lot of you are going through the same thing. But I've been in this energy of purging lately, literally purging. And I'm just like, what is this? And so one of the things that came to me while I was purging was that this is what true deliverance looked like. And I was just like, oh wow. When you have a true deliverance, you purge so much, you just purge it out that you don't even miss you don't know what you're purging, right? But you know that after you purge, you feel good. You feel lighter. You feel better. And some of you are in this purging energy and you're just like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't feel like doing the same things over again. That is fine. It's because you are purging that out of your system. Because spirit is where spirit is about to take you, and where spirit is taking you is somewhere where you don't need to hold on to that energy anymore. And so when you get into your Mars energy, when you start tapping into that Mars energy, what you're going to do is you're going to start using it from a better place, from a healthy and healed place, because you have put down, some of you have put down those goggles and recognize that, baby, I've been holding on this for way too long. It's time for something new. This stress is way too hard. You need to cut it, right? You need to cut it out of your life, cut it out of your spirit, cut it out of your mind so that you can manifest the proper way. And I guarantee things are going to start not just switching around for you in your love life, but in every area of your life. Again, what is it? Your career, your health, your money, and your social structure will start to change simply because you have taken the necessary steps to let things go.
And I just want to interject because you said something that was very powerful, and people need to understand, overstand, and understand that the mind can do some amazing things, especially the subconscious mind,
Mm-hmm.
the mind that you're not necessarily aware of. Everything stays in your subconscious mind. Now, your conscious mind are things that you think of on like a daily basis, like I'm a Black woman, I have curly hair, I'm a spiritual healer. That's conscious. Now, your subconscious mind may be memories that you're trying to like subdue and forget and put in the back, so you don't have to be reminded of what happened or things that you're trying to forget. So the mind is so powerful. You have to make sure that whatever you're taking in is high vibrational, because if you're taking in things and remembering things and repeating things that are low vibrational and negative, you'll start to see these things manifest in your life. Mm-hmm. You will start to see whatever you're thinking of, you will start to see manifest in your life. So be conscious about what you're thinking. Be conscious and be conscientious about thinking of things that are positive that you want to see in your life. And just as I said that, my TV turned on. That's spirit confirmation right there. I just want to say that.
Oh, see? And you get confirmation of everything. And Bestie, you can't see my shirt, but I have on a gold shirt. I just want to point that out. Like, this is 2 weeks in a row. We've been matching like this. And I'm trying to tell you, when you're in that right energy, you're going to, everything around you is going to flow and match. I just want to, I need somebody to understand that things fall into place as they should naturally. You don't have to try. You don't have to push and pry, because they're just going to flow naturally. And I keep hearing just like honey. I mean, now that I got the correct lyrics, but I now I keep hearing it. It's just like honey. Bestie, you sing it better, right? But I'm just saying, I keep hearing it, and and every time I see the visual is what I get is just dripping hot honey. That's slow dripping. It's thick and it's sweet and it's golden, and you know that once it touches your lips, that it's like they say, the nectar of the gods. It's just like it's just like it's so good for you. It's so good to you. And for some of you, look up the healing properties of honey. And for some of you, that's literally what this newness in your life is going to be like. It's going to be like those same healing properties of honey. Yes, I know I go by B. So so some of you, and some of you, the bees. Okay.
Go hands. But honey is so healing. You know, a lot of our ancient ancestors use honey for everything. They use honey for
Everything.
chapstick. They use honey to sweeten up a pie. They use honey to attract people when they would do their rituals and root work. Honey has been used for centuries. And I also want to speak. You're gonna die. It means that something has to die in order for something to be born. So don't think
Exactly.
that when you pull the death card or when someone pulls a death card on you, that means that death is amongst you or that death is coming. Like, don't ever think that. It just means that something needs to die, and that something could be a thought, a way of life, a repeated pattern, a toxic thing that you're doing that's stunting your growth. It doesn't mean that an actual person is going to die. And the same goes with the devil card. That card is about obsession. So don't think that it means that the devil's coming to knock on your door. That is the card of obsession. So just, familiarize yourself with tarot if you're not too familiar with it, so that when those cards are pulled, you're not scared and you don't psych yourself out of ever dealing with tarot again, because sometimes those cards are not the actual meaning. It means something completely different.
Exactly.
Just want to point that.
Yep.
Just want to say that. Oh my goodness, this was such a great topic. And one thing I wanted to point out too, if you guys are ever unsure about what you're going to be speaking on Tuesdays, I always put it in the reel. When I put the reel up for Cards and Conversations, I always put up what episode it is and what we're going to be talking about. And that goes up the morning of our Cards and Conversations podcast. So that goes without saying, just so you guys know, if you're ever curious about, what is tonight's topic, that goes out first thing Tuesday morning, so you guys know exactly what we're going to be discussing. Just an FYI. And that was all for me, Bestie. If you have anything else you want to let the collective know, this reel will be saved and we will post it so that you guys are able to go back and look at what your Mars sign, or what Mars sign I read for, so you guys can take notes and re-listen, rehash, revisit. This reel will be saved. So do not worry about that. And I did pin the Cafe Astrology so that you guys can go there. Remember, it's your birthday month, time, year, exact hour, and minute, so that you are able to find your accurate Mars sign. And we thank you guys for joining us.
Yes.
Bestie, you listening?
Huh?
Do you have more to say? Because I see your face. You were attempting to say something like.
Oh yeah. Because no, because and it was something briefly, because although we talked about the lovey-dovey side of the Mars sign, let us not forget that Mars is also that war side. So I need.
Maybe we should do a part 2 then.
Listen, because I need y'all to check it out, because if you Cafe Astrology will let you know that side of you, like Anya said earlier, that it was for a specific sign. I want to say it was for Scorpio. That there's a dark side, but don't be afraid of that dark side. Just know how to control it, keep it under control, right? So if you understand that, when you start to get in that energy, you can check yourself and be like, wait, you're only doing that because you're fearful, right? Ironically, my Mars sign is in Cancer, and I already know what that is, and I'm like, ooh, baby. So if you know that you are a Cancer Mars sign, well, baby, we love intensely, but that other side, that war side, listen. And I've heard so many people say, don't cross a Cancer, because baby, you don't want to fall into the hands of an angry Cancer. I'm just gonna say that. Listen,
it's that crab.
That
crab
and it'll.
When the crab wants to shut down, it's like, you're not getting nothing else out of me. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's over.
It's done.
Yeah, don't.
and just exactly, and just think that emotional pull of a cancer, and you're talking about the emotional space of the heart in cancer, baby. That's I'm just gonna say this. This is a dangerous weapon. Don't play. So and if you know that you are a Cancer Mars, you really have to protect your heart. You really have to be the person to really let go of things so that you don't utilize your heart as a weapon against people. I just want to say that. So definitely check out your Mars sign to find out. And I can speak on that because as a Cancer with a Cancer Mars sign, I know how dangerous that could be. So yeah, it's lovely, it's lovely, but it's also it can be dangerous. Like and it's like I know. So yeah,
Well, you know, 13, so if anybody knows, it's you.
right,
So thank you for sharing that tidbit with the collective, because I think that goes without saying. People need to know that every sign has a light and dark side, but particularly when we're speaking about Cancer, you have to understand they are very in tune with their emotions. And so that means that when they're wronged, that emotion can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
yep.
Real
Bestie, look, Bestie knew before I got to this peaceful state, baby. It wasn't no in between. It was either I'm cool with you, or baby, it's hellstone and brimfire. It was zero. It was 0 to 100 in less than 60. I used to tell people, don't take me from 0 to 100 in less than 60 seconds. Please don't. That's not what you want.
There's
Thank.
no gray area. It's either black or white. You know how some signs like Libra, Aquarius, it could be like, you know what, I'ma just, like it is what it is.
Right.
No. Cancer is either black or white. It's no gray. Okay, either they love you or they hate you. There's really no in between. There's really no in between. So that is accurately said. And I have a lot of people. I have a cousin that's very close who's a Cancer. You, of course, obviously. So yeah. So if anybody knows, you would know and I would know. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys for tuning into another episode of Cards and Conversations. This was episode 21. We 21 episodes in, so
we legal.
So we gonna keep it going. Like there's no place to go but up. Like we never knew we were gonna be continuing this 21 episodes on. Like this is crazy. So we definitely thank you guys for rocking with us, because we do it for you guys. If nobody was watching, like, who are we doing it for? We're doing it for y'all, so we appreciate it. And yeah, like, stay tuned for the next episode, Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussions. And we'll see you guys here, same time, same place, 11/11 Tuesday night. Peace.
Yes, peace. Woo woo. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And Bestie said it best. So I look forward to seeing you all again.